Good morning, everyone. Today, I would like to invite you on a fascinating journey to one of the world's oldest and most remarkable civilizations, Egypt. When people hear the name Egypt, they often think of magnificent pyramids, endless deserts, ancient temples, and the legendary Nile River. While these images certainly represent the country, Egypt is much more than its ancient monuments. It is a land where thousands of years of history blend naturally with modern life, where tradition remains an important part of daily routines, and where warm hospitality creates unforgettable experiences for visitors. Today, instead of talking about politics or famous people, I would like to introduce Egypt through its everyday life, its people, its spectacular landscapes, and the unique tradition that continue to shape this extraordinary country. Located in northeastern Africa, Egypt connects two continents and has served as a meeting point of different cultures for thousands of years. Its geography is unique. Vast deserts stretch across much of the country, while the Nile River flows like a ribbon of life through the landscape, creating fertile farmland, lively towns, and vibrant cities. This contrast between dry desert and green river valley makes Egypt unlike almost any other country in the world. One of the first things visitors notice after arriving in Egypt is the warmth of its people. Egyptians are widely known for being welcoming, generous, and friendly. Whether you are entering a small shop, visiting a traditional market, or simply asking for directions, many people are happy to offer assistance. Visitors often find themselves invited into conversations that begin with simple greetings and quickly become enjoyable exchanges about family, travel, food, or local traditions. Hospitality is not viewed as a special occasion, it is considered as a natural part of everyday life. Another remarkable quality of Egyptian society is the importance of family. Family relationships form the heart of daily life. Parents, children, grandparents, cousins, uncles, and aunts often maintain close connections throughout their lives. Family gatherings are frequent and filled with conversation, laughter, delicious food, and shared memories. Many important celebrations are centered around spending time together. These gatherings strengthen relationships between generations and preserve traditions that have been passed down for centuries. Respect for older people members is deeply valued. When parents are admired for their experience and wisdom, children often grow up listening to family stories, learning traditional recipes, and discovering customs that have been practiced for generations. These shared experiences help younger generations understand their cultural heritage while creating strong family bonds. Education is another important part of modern Egyptian life. Across the country, children and young adults attend schools and universities where they study a wide variety of subjects. Many students pursue careers in engineering, medicine, architecture, business, science, education, tourism, information technology, and the arts. Learning is viewed as an important part toward personal development and future opportunities. Now, let us explore what an ordinary day in Egypt looks like. Morning begins early. As the sun rises above the desert horizon, cities and towns gradually come to life. Fresh bread is packed in neighborhood bakeries. Small coffees prepare strong coffee and tea. Street vendors arrange colorful displays of fruit, vegetables, herbs, spices, and freshly baked goods. Markets begin welcoming their first customers. The cool morning air makes this one of the most pleasant times of the day. Breakfast is usually simple but satisfying. Fresh bread, cheese, beans, eggs, vegetables, olives, yogurt, and tea are common choices. Many families enjoy eating together before beginning their daily activities. Breakfast is not only about food, it is also a time to talk, plan the day, and enjoy each other's company. As the morning continues, school, university, and offices and workshops and local businesses become increasingly active. Large cities are filled with energy as people travel to work and students begin their classes. At the same time, smaller towns maintain a slower rhythm where neighbors greet one another to shop and shop owners welcome familiar customers. Throughout the day, traditional markets remain among the liveliest places in Egyptian communities. Walking through one of these markets is an unforgettable experience. Colorful fabrics hang from small shops. The aroma of freshly baked bread mixes with the fragrance of spices, herbs, and roasted coffee. Artisans display handmade pottery, woven baskets, jewelry, decorative lamps, carpets, leather goods, and beautiful textiles. Every corner offers something interesting to discover. Markets are much more than shopping destinations. They are places where people meet friends, exchange news, discuss daily life, and maintain strong community relationships. The lively conversations between customers and shopkeepers create an atmosphere full of warmth and energy. One of the most important features of Egyptian life is the Nile River. For thousands of years, this remarkable river has supported communities across the country. Today, it continues to play an essential role in everyday life. Cities have grown along its bank. Farms flourish because of its water. Beautiful promenades allow families to enjoy evening walks. Restaurants and cafes overlook the river, providing peaceful places where people gather with friends and relatives. The Nile is much more than a geographical feature. It is part of Egypt's identity. Many people describe it as the lifeline of the nation. Life differs considerably between Egypt's major cities and its rural villages. Large cities often offer modern shopping centers, universities, museums, cultural institutions, and business districts. Meanwhile, villages often preserve traditional lifestyles where neighbors know one another well and community relationships remain especially strong. Both environments offer valuable insights into Egyptian culture. One demonstrates strong modern development, the other preserves customs that have existed for generations. The climate also influences daily routines. Because temperatures can become quite warm, many people prefer outdoor activities during the colder hours of the morning or evening. As the sun begins to set, public spaces become increasingly lively. Families take evening walks, children play in parks and open squares. Friends meet at a cafe. Restaurants become welcome groups enjoying dinner together. The cooler evening air creates a relaxed atmosphere that encourages people to spend time outdoors. Food plays a central role in Egyptian daily life. Meals are opportunities to strengthen relationships rather than simply satisfy hunger. Families often gather around large tables where everyone shares different dishes. Conversation flows naturally throughout a meal. Stories are exchanged, advice is offered, laughter fills the room. This shared meal reflects the importance of togetherness in Egyptian culture. Tea and coffee are also important parts of social life. Visitors quickly notice that conversations often take place over a cup of coffee or freshly prepared coffee. People rarely hurry these moments. Instead, they enjoy taking time to relax, talk, and appreciate each other's company. Another admirable characteristic of Egyptian society is a strong sense of community. Neighbors frequently help one another. Shop owners recognize regular customers, families support relatives during important life events, community celebrations bring people together throughout the year. These close relationships create neighborhoods where people feel connected and supported. Traditional craftsmanship remain an important part of everyday life. Across Egypt, skilled artisans continue producing beautiful ceramics, glassware, woven textiles, carpets, embroidered fabrics, copperware, leather goods, wooden furniture, and decorative lanterns. Many of these crafts use techniques that have been carefully preserved for hundreds of years. Visitors enjoy watching artisans at work because each handmade object reflects passion, creativity, and cultural heritage. Perhaps one of the greatest lessons visitors learn from Egypt is the importance of hospitality. People often make guests feel comfortable through simple but meaningful gestures. A shopkeeper may offer tea, a family may proudly introduce traditional recipes, a guide may share stories about local customs. These genuine expressions of kindness leave lasting impressions on visitors from around the world. As we conclude the first part of our journey, we can already see that Egypt is much more than its famous ancient monuments. It is a country where family remains at the center of life, where hospitality is offered with sincerity, where communities remain closely connected, and where the rhythm of daily life continues to be shaped by traditions that have endured for thousands of years. In the next part of our presentation, we will travel across Egypt's spectacular deserts, the magnificent Nile Valley, peaceful oases, beautiful coastlines, historic cities, extraordinary temples, impressive pyramids, and remarkable architecture to discover why Egypt continues to inspire millions of travelers from every corner of the world. Thank you for listening, and I look forward to continuing our journey through the beautiful country of Egypt in part 2. Welcome back, everyone. In the first part of our journey, we explore the daily lives of the Egyptian people, their strong family values, warm hospitality, and the important role that the Nile River plays in everyday life. Now, let us continue our adventure by discovering Egypt's extraordinary landscapes, magnificent cities, ancient architecture, and breathtaking scenery. Egypt is a country of remarkable contrast. Few places in the world combine vast golden deserts, fertile green valleys, crystal clear coastlines, lively cities, and thousands of years of architectural heritage within one nation. Every region offers a completely different experiences, making Egypt one of the world's most fascinating travel destinations. Let us begin with the feature that has shaped Egypt for thousands of years, the Nile River. Flowing from south to north, the Nile creates a striking contrast against the surrounding desert. From above, the landscape appears almost magical. A long ribbon of wind stretches across endless golden sand, forming one of the most recognizable natural scenes on Earth. Along the riverbanks, fertile fields, palm-lined villages, gardens, and cities flourish because of the river's life-giving water. Many visitors say that traveling along the river is one of the most peaceful experiences in Egypt. Whether walking beside the river in the evening or enjoying a quiet boat ride at sunset, people quickly understand why the Nile has inspired generations of artists, writers, and travelers. The calm water reflects the changing color of the sky, creating unforgettable views during sunrise and sunset. As we move away from the river, the scenery changes dramatically. The Egyptian desert stretches across much of the country, offering landscapes unlike anywhere else. Although many people imagine deserts as empty places, they are actually full of beauty. Rolling sand dunes extend toward distant horizon. Rock formations shaped by wind create natural sculpture. Wide open spaces provide incredible silence, allowing visitors to experience a rare feeling of peace. Watching the sunrise over the desert is an unforgettable experience. The first rays of light slowly transform the sand from soft gray into shades of gold, orange, and deep red. As the sun climbs higher, the landscape seems to glow beneath the clear blue sky. In the evening, the desert becomes equally beautiful. The setting sun creates long shadows across the dunes, painting the landscape with warm colors before darkness gradually arrives. Another remarkable feature of Egypt is its beautiful oases. These green areas appear almost like hidden gardens surrounded by the desert. Palm trees provide shade. Fresh water supports gardens and farms. Small villages create welcoming communities where life moves at slower pace. Visitors often describe these oases as peaceful places where natural and human life exist in perfect harmony. The contrast between surrounding desert and the vibrant greenery makes this landscape especially memorable. Egypt also enjoys beautiful coastlines along both the Mediterranean Sea and the Red Sea. Each coastline has developed its own unique character. The Mediterranean coast offers long sandy beaches, pleasant seaside towns, and refreshing sea breezes. The Red Sea coastline is famous for its remarkably clear blue water, dramatic rocky shores, and luxurious seaside resorts. Walking along these coastal areas provides completely different scenery from the Nile Valley of the desert. Gently waves, fresh sea air, and a colorful sunset create relaxing environments where visitors enjoy spending time outdoors. Now let us explore Egypt's cities. Every city tells a different chapter of the country's remarkable story. Some cities preserve ancient traditions and historical architecture. Others showcase modern development through contemporary buildings, businesses, districts, and growing cultural institutions. Together, they demonstrate how Egypt continues to moving forward while honoring its extraordinary past. Historic neighborhoods remain among the most fascinating places to explore. Narrow streets wind between traditional buildings, decorated balconies overlook lively markets, small cafes welcome visitors with fresh tea and coffee. Family-owned shops display handmade crafts, textiles, spices, pottery, jewelry, and decorative lanterns. Every corner offers opportunity to explore something unique. Walking through these neighborhoods allows visitors to experience daily life while appreciating centuries of architectural heritage. Public squares play an important role in Egyptian cities. These open spaces serve as a gathering place where families meet during the evening, children play, friends enjoy conversation, and local events bring communities together. Unlike places designed only for transportation, these squares encourage social interaction and strengthen neighborhood relationships. Gardens and parks also provide peaceful escapes from busy city life. Families often spend weekends enjoying picnics beneath the trees. Students gather to study outdoors. Children enjoy playgrounds, while older generations relax on shaded benches. These green spaces create balance within growing urban environments. Architecture is one of Egypt's greatest treasures. Across the country, visitors encounter an extraordinary variety of building styles representing different periods of history. Ancient temples continue standing with remarkable strength after thousands of years. Their massive stone columns, detailed carvings, grand entrances, and spacious courtyards demonstrate exceptional craftsmanship. Walking through these monuments creates a powerful connection with the past. The scale of these structures often leaves visitors speechless. Perhaps no structure symbolize Egypt more than its pyramids. These extraordinary monuments continue inspiring admiration from people around the world. Standing before them, visitors are often surprised by their enormous size. Photographs cannot fully capture their true scale. Every stone reflects incredible planning, precision, and determination. Even after thousands of years, the pyramids remain among humanity's greatest architectural achievements. Nearby, ancient temples offer equally impressive experiences. Towering columns rise toward the skies. Stone walls are covered with beautifully carved decorations. Large courtyards create spaces filled with light and shadow. Every architectural detail reflects extraordinary artistic skill. These temples were designed not only to impress but also to create harmony between architecture, light, and the surrounding landscape. Egypt's historical buildings are not limited to ancient monuments. Throughout the country, visitors discover elegant mosques, historic churches, beautiful palaces, traditional houses, and centuries-old marketplaces. Each building style reflects different chapters of Egypt's long cultural history. Modern architecture has also become an important part of today's Egypt. Contemporary office buildings, universities, museums, shopping centers, and residential neighborhoods demonstrate how the country continues developing while respecting its architectural heritage. Glass buildings stand beside traditional stone structures. Modern bridges connect historic districts. New public spaces create comfortable environments for both residents and visitors. This balance between preservation and innovation gives Egyptian cities their unique character. Museums deserve special attention because they help protect and present Egypt's extraordinary history. Visitors can explore collections featuring ancient artifacts, traditional clothing, decorative art, architecture, jewelry, pottery, furniture, manuscripts, and everyday objects from different historical periods. Modern exhibition techniques allow visitors to better understand how Egyptian civilization developed over thousands of years. Markets remain another essential part of the Egyptian landscape. Walking through a traditional market is a wonderful experience for all the senses. The colorful displays immediately attract attention. Golden spices fill large baskets. Bright fabrics hang from shop entrances. Decorative lanterns reflect warm light. Handmade carpets display intricate patterns. Copperware shines beneath the market lights. The air is filled with the aromas of fresh bread, coffee, herbs, and traditional cuisine. These lively markets create unforgettable memories. One remarkable aspect of Egypt's landscapes is how dramatically they change within relatively short distances. A traveler may begin the morning beside the ruined Nile River, spend the afternoon crossing golden desert landscapes, and finish the evening beside a beautiful coastline watching the sunset over the sea. Few countries offer such extraordinary geographical diversity. Perhaps the greatest beauty of Egypt lies in the relationship between nature and history. Ancient monuments rise from desert landscape. Modern cities grow beside rivers that have flowed for thousands of years. Historic neighborhoods continue welcoming new generations. Every landscape tells part of Egypt's remarkable story. As we prepare for the next chapter of our journey, we will discover the heart of Egyptian culture. We will explore traditional festivals, delicious cuisine, lively markets, art, music, craftsmanship, and the customs that continue bringing families and communities together throughout the country. These traditions reveal why Egypt is admired not only for its ancient wonders, but also for its rich and vibrant cultural life. Thank you very much for joining me once again. I hope you have enjoyed exploring Egypt's magnificent landscapes, extraordinary architecture, historic sites, historic cities, and timeless monuments. In part 3, we will continue to our journey by discovering the rich culture and traditions that make Egypt truly unforgettable. So welcome back everyone. So far we have explored Egypt's daily life, admired its magnificent landscapes, visited its ancient monuments, and discovered beautiful cities that connect the country's rich history with modern life. Now, in the third part of our journey, we will discover the heart of Egypt, its culture. Culture is much more than history. It lives in everyday conversations, family gatherings, shared meals, local traditions, expression, and the values that people pass from one generation to the next. Egypt is one of the world's oldest civilizations, yet its culture continues to evolve while preserving traditions that have remained meaningful for thousands of years. One of the first things visitors notice is the strong sense of hospitality. In Egypt, welcoming guests is considered an important part of everyday life. Whether someone enters a family home, a neighborhood cafe, a small shop, they are often greeted warmly. People enjoy making visitors feel comfortable by offering tea, coffee, or something to eat. Simple conversations often become long and enjoyable exchanges filled with smiles, stories, and laughter. Hospitality is not viewed as a formal responsibility. Instead, it is a genuine expression of kindness and generosity. Another important value in Egyptian culture is community. People enjoy spending time together. Neighbors often know one another well. Families remain closely connected. Friends gather regularly, not only for special occasions, but simply to enjoy each other's company. Many evenings are spent walking through public squares, sitting in cafes, or sharing meals with relatives. These daily interactions strengthen relationships and create a strong sense of belonging. Family continues to play the central role in Egyptian society. Several generations often maintain close relationships throughout their lives. Grandparents are respected for their wisdom and life experience. Parents guide younger generations while teaching values such as kindness, honesty, responsibility, and respect. Children grow up surrounded by family stories, traditions, and celebrations that help preserve cultural identity. One of the most beautiful aspects of Egyptian family life is the importance of gathering around the dining table. Meals are rarely rushed. Instead, they become opportunities to talk about work, school, daily experiences, future plans, and family memories. Conversation is just as important as the food itself. This tradition reminds people that spending time together is not life's greatest pleasure, it's one of life's greatest pleasures. Food holds a special place within Egyptian culture. The country's cuisine reflects centuries of history while emphasizing fresh ingredients and rich flavors. Many dishes include bread, rice, vegetables, beans, lentils, herbs, garlic, onions, tomatoes, yogurt, olive oil, and carefully selected spices. Rather than relying on complicated recipes, many traditional meals highlight the natural taste of simple ingredients. One of the most popular meals begins with freshly baked bread served alongside small dishes that everyone shares. Families enjoy gathering around the table and tasting different flavors together. This style of eating reflects the Egyptian belief that meals are meant to be shared rather than enjoyed alone. Street food also forms an important part of everyday life. Walking through Egyptian cities, visitors often discover small food stalls preparing fresh dishes in front of customers. The aroma of warm bread, grilled vegetables, herbs, and spices fill the street. These local vendors have often served their neighborhoods for many years, becoming familiar faces within their communities. Tea is perhaps the most common drink shared during conversations. Whether visiting friends, relaxing in a cafe, or taking a break during work, tea frequently accompanies social interaction. Coffee also remains an important tradition. Many cafes prepare strong coffee using traditional methods that have been appreciated for generations. Unlike fast-paced coffee shops found in many cities, in many countries, Egyptian cafes encourage people to slow down. Visitors often spend hours talking, reading, or simply watching daily life unfold around them. Traditional markets are among the most exciting places to experience Egyptian culture. Walking through a market feels like entering a living museum. Every street is filled with color, sounds, and wonderful aromas. Shops display beautifully woven carpets, embroidered fabrics, handmade pottery, colorful glassware, leather goods, decorative lanterns, jewelry buckets, copperware, perfumes, spices, and traditional clothing. Every product tells a story about craftsmanship and creativity. Markets are much more than places to buy products. They are important social spaces where people exchange greetings, discuss community news, and maintain long-standing friendships. Visitors quickly realize that conversations often matter just as much as shopping. The atmosphere feels lively without losing its welcoming character. Traditional craftsmanship remains one of Egypt's greatest cultural treasures. Along the country, skilled artisans continue producing handmade ceramics, woven textiles, carved wood, decorative glass, leather goods, products, embroidered fabrics, jewelry, copperware, basket, and elegant lanterns. Many of these techniques have been carefully preserved and passed from one generation to the next. Watching artisans create this beautiful object is like an unforgettable experience. Every detail reflects patience, precision, and artistic skill. Many visitors choose handmade crafts as souvenirs because each piece represents authentic Egyptian culture. Art has always been an important part of Egyptian life. Ancient carvings, decorative patterns, colorful mosaics, elegant calligraphy, and traditional architecture demonstrate the country's long artistic tradition. Today, creativity continues through painting, sculpture, photography, graphic design, fashion, and contemporary art. Museums and galleries across Egypt preserve historical masterpieces while also supporting modern artists. Architecture itself can also be viewed as an art form. Walking through historic neighborhoods, visitors admire beautifully carved doors, decorated balconies, graceful arches, colorful tiles, and elegant courtyards. Many buildings combine practical design with artistic beauty, creating neighborhoods full of character and charm. Music remains another important part of Egyptian culture. Traditional melodies are often heard during family celebrations, festivals, and cultural events. The rhythms create joyful atmospheres where people gather to celebrate together. Dance also accompanies many traditional celebrations, expressing happiness, gratitude, and community spirit. Every region has developed its own musical traditions, adding to Egypt's remarkable cultural diversity. Festivals throughout the year provide opportunities for communities to celebrate together. Public squares become beautifully decorated. Families prepare traditional meals. Markets become especially lively. Children participate in games and cultural activities. Music fills the street. Local artisans proudly display their work. These celebrations strengthen community relationships while preserving customs that have been existed for generations. One beautiful aspect of Egyptian culture is storytelling. Stories have always played an important role in preserving history, teaching values, and entertaining families. Older generations often share stories with younger family members during evenings together. These stories help preserve tradition while strengthening connections between generations. Libraries and cultural centers also contribute greatly to Egyptian society. Many organize educational programs, art exhibitions, book fairs, workshops, and cultural events throughout the year. These institutions encourage lifelong learning while helping preserve Egypt's rich heritage. Another admirable characteristic of Egyptian culture is resilience. Throughout thousands of years, the country has experienced countless changes, yet many traditions have remained remarkably strong. Families continue gathering together. Artisans continue practicing ancient crafts. Markets continue serving local communities. Historic neighborhoods remain full of life. Culture continues evolving without losing its identity. Perhaps the greatest lesson Egypt offers is the importance of appreciating human connection. Modern technology continues changing daily life around the world, yet in Egypt, people still value face-to-face conversations. Meals remain opportunities for meaningful discussions. Evening walks become chances to reconnect with family and friends. Hospitality remains an everyday tradition rather than a rare occasion. These values create communities filled with warmth and kindness. As we prepare for the final chapter of our journey, we will explore modern Egypt, tourism, education, innovation, shopping, sustainable development, and the many reasons why millions of travelers continue choosing Egypt as one of the world's most fascinating destinations. We will discover how these ancient civilizations continue moving confidently into the future while preserving the traditions that have made it unique for thousands of years. Thank you once again for joining me. I hope you have enjoyed discovering Egypt's rich culture, delicious cuisine, beautiful traditions, lively markets, remarkable craftsmanship, and strong scenes of community. In part 4, we will conclude our unforgettable journey through this extraordinary country. Welcome to the final part of our journey through Egypt. Throughout this presentation, we have explored the daily lives of the Egyptian people, admired magnificent landscapes, visited ancient monuments, and discovered a culture that has continued to flourish for thousands of years. In this final chapter, we will explore modern Egypt, its growing cities, tourism, education, innovation, sustainable development, and the many reasons why this remarkable country continues to inspire visitors from around the world. Modern Egypt is a fascinating example of how history and progress can exist side by side. Walking through the country, visitors quickly notice that ancient stone monuments stand proudly alongside modern buildings. Historic neighborhoods continue to welcome local families, while contemporary business districts introduce new ideas in architecture and technology. Traditional markets remain active only a short distance from modern shopping centers. This unique combination of old and new gives Egypt an atmosphere unlike anywhere else. One of the country's greatest strengths is its ability to preserve its cultural heritage while continuing to develop. Historic continues are carefully restored rather than forgotten. Ancient streets remain full of life instead of becoming silent museums. Traditional crafts continue alongside modern industries. This respect for history allows Egypt to move confidently toward the future without losing its identity. Tourism plays an important role in Egypt because the country offers an extraordinary variety of experiences. Some travelers come to admire the pyramids and ancient temples. Others dream of sailing along the Nile River. Many visitors enjoy relaxing beside beautiful coastlines or exploring colorful traditional markets. Some are fascinated by architecture and archaeology. Others simply wish to experience the warmth of Egyptian hospitality. Every traveler discovers something different. One of the most enjoyable aspects of visiting Egypt is that every day feels different. A single journey may include walking through an ancient temple in the morning, enjoying lunch beside the Nile in the afternoon, exploring a lively market during the evening, and watching the sunset over the desert during nightfall. Few destinations offer such remarkable diversity within one trip. Although Egypt is famous for its historical landmarks, many visitors discover that their favorite memories come from simple everyday moments. Sharing tea with local residents, watching children play in the neighborhood square, walking beside the Nile as evening lights reflect on the water, listening to conversations in a traditional cafe, watching skilled artisans carefully create handmade pottery or woven textiles. These quiet experiences often become the most meaningful part of a journey. Walking is one of the best ways to experience Egyptian cities. Rather than rushing from one attraction to another, visitors who explore slowly often discover hidden treasures. A beautifully decorated doorway, a peaceful courtyard filled with water with flowers, a small bakery preparing bread, an artisan workshop producing handmade lanterns, a neighborhood cafe where friends gather every evening. Every street reveals another chapter of Egypt's story. Shopping in Egypt offers far more than buying souvenirs. Traditional markets remain among the country's most vibrant cultural experiences. Visitors discover colorful carpets, embroidered fabrics, handmade ceramics, glassware, copperware, decorative lanterns, leather goods, woven baskets, jewelry, perfumes, spices, and beautifully carved wooden objects. Each item reflects generations of craftsmanship. Many travelers choose handmade products because every piece carries its own unique character and tells a story about Egyptian culture. Modern shopping centers also provide comfortable places for families to spend time together. Fashion shops, books, technology, home decoration, cafes, and restaurants create welcoming environments that reflect Egypt's continuing modernization. Education continues shaping Egypt's future. Across the country, schools and universities prepare students for careers in architecture, engineering, medicine, science, business, tourism, technology, education, and the arts. Young people combine respect for traditional values with curiosity about new ideas and global opportunities. This balance between heritage and innovation helps prepare future generations while preserving Egypt's cultural identity. Innovation has become increasingly important in modern Egypt. Technology influences transportation, communication, education, healthcare, and business. Modern infrastructure continues improving transportation between cities. Digital services simplify everyday life. New architectural projects introduce environmentally friendly building techniques while respecting local traditions. These developments demonstrate Egypt's determination to build a strong future while honoring its remarkable past. Environmental awareness has also become increasingly important. Communities work to preserve historical monuments, protect natural landscapes, improve public squares, and encourage responsible tourism. Visitors are encouraged to respect cultural heritage, reduce waste, support local artisans, and appreciate the country's unique historical treasures. Responsible tourism benefits both travelers and local communities while helping preserve Egypt for future generations. Hospitality continues to remain one of Egypt's greatest strengths. Visitors often say that the kindness of local people becomes the most unforgettable part of their journey. Hotel staff warmly welcomes guests, restaurant owners proudly introduce traditional dishes, shopkeepers patiently explain handmade products. Local guides enthusiastically share stories about history, architecture, and daily life. These genuine interactions create memories that remain long after the journey ends. One remarkable characteristic of Egypt is that every season offers different experiences. Cooler months provide comfortable weather for exploring archaeological sites and walking through historic cities. Warmer season invites visitors to enjoy beautiful coastlines and peaceful evenings beside the Nile. No matter when someone visits, Egypt always offers something memorable. Photography enthusiasts often describe Egypt as one of the world's most photogenic countries. Golden sunlight shining across the desert, ancient temples glowing beneath blue skies, palm trees reflect the calm waters of the Nile, historic streets filled with colorful markets, elegant domes, and graceful arches illuminated during the evening. Every destination offers countless opportunities to capture unforgettable images. Perhaps the greatest lesson Egypt teaches is the importance of continuity. Thousands of years have passed, cities have grown, technology has advanced, modern life continues evolving, yet family remains important. Hospitality continues welcoming strangers. Traditional markets remain lively. Craftsmanship continues preserving ancient skills. Communities continue gathering together. The connection between past and present remains remarkably strong. Another valuable lesson is resilience. Throughout its long history, Egypt has continued adapting while preserving its cultural identity. Historic monuments remain standing, traditional recipes continue being repaired, ancient crafts continue being practiced, local traditions continue bringing family together. This ability to embrace change without losing natural cultural roots makes Egypt truly unique. As we reach the end of our journey, let us reflect on everything we have discovered together. We explored welcoming communities where family and hospitality remain at the heart of everyday life. We admired the magnificent Nile River, endless deserts, peaceful oases, beautiful coastlines, and vibrant cities. We walked through ancient temples, impressive pyramids, historic neighborhoods, colorful markets, and elegant architectural masterpieces. We celebrated delicious cuisine, traditional craftsmanship, artistic creativity, music, festivals, and cultural traditions that continue shaping modern Egyptian life. Most importantly, we learned that Egypt cannot be understood only through its ancient monuments. Its greatest treasure is its people, their kindness, their generosity, their respect for family, their pride in preserving traditions, their ability to welcome visitors with warmth and sincerity. These human qualities transform every journey into something deeply personal. Egypt reminds us that history is not only found in museums or archaeology sites. History lives in everyday life. It lives in family recipes prepared for generations. It lives in handmade crafts created by skilled artisans. It lives in lively conversations inside traditional cafes. It lives in neighborhoods where ancient streets continue welcoming new generations. This living heritage gives Egypt a unique character that few countries can match. Whether someone spends only a few days exploring Egypt or several weeks traveling across the country, They often live with unforgettable memories. Some remember the breathtaking pyramids rising from the desert. Others treasure peaceful evenings beside the Nile. Many never forget the colorful markets, magnificent temples, beautiful architecture, or warm conversations shared with local people. But almost everyone lives with a deeper appreciation for a civilization that has successfully connected its extraordinary past with its promising future. As we conclude today's presentation, I hope this journey has allowed you to see Egypt from a broader perspective. It is not simply a country of ancient wonders. It is a nation filled with welcoming communities, breathtaking landscapes, remarkable architecture, delicious cuisine, timeless traditions, and an enduring cultural spirit. Whether you dream of visiting Egypt one day or simply wanted to learn about another culture, I hope this presentation has expanded your understanding and inspired your curiosity. Thank you very much for your attention throughout this journey. I sincerely hope you have enjoyed exploring the beauty country of Egypt with me. Thank you and have a wonderful day.